Our teacher walked up to the quiet girl and said, "Why are you hiding behind all of that makeup?" "I'm not hiding anything," Audrey said quietly. Mrs. Cohen crossed her arms. "Halloween isn't until Thursday. Go wash that off." Audrey had shown up to class with more makeup than I'd ever seen her wear. She was clearly hiding something. "It's not Halloween makeup," Audrey said. "I just wanted to look nice today." Mrs. Cohen laughed. "Nice? You look like you're auditioning for clown school. Go to the bathroom and wash your face." Audrey didn't move. Her hands gripped the edge of her desk. "I can't." "Excuse me?" "I said I can't. Please just let me stay." I was watching from 3 rows back. I'd noticed Audrey come in late, head down, moving like every step hurt. I'd seen her flinch last week when someone slammed a locker too hard. I'd seen her dad pick her up once, the way she walked toward that car like she was walking toward a guillotine. I knew what heavy makeup meant when a girl who never wore any suddenly couldn't leave the house without it. I stood up. "Mrs. Cohen, just let her keep it on. It's not hurting anyone." She turned to me. "Sit down. This isn't your business." She said she can't wash it off. "Why isn't that enough?" "Because I make the rules in this classroom." She turned back to Audrey. "You have 30 seconds to get up and go to that bathroom, or I'm escorting you myself." Audrey was shaking now. I could see it from here. Destiny in the front row stood up. "Mrs. Cohen, please, just leave her alone." "Sit down." Frances stood up next. "This is messed up. She's clearly upset." More students started standing, one by one, a silent wall of defiance. Mrs. Cohen's face went red. "You all think this is a joke?" She grabbed her water bottle from the desk. "Fine. If she won't wash it off, I'll do it for her." She marched toward Audrey's desk. Audrey's eyes went wide. "No, please, don't. You should have thought about that before you made a spectacle of yourself." She grabbed Audrey's chin and poured the water directly onto her face. Audrey gasped. Water ran down in streams, dripping onto her shirt, pooling on her desk. The makeup ran with it. Foundation streaked down in beige rivers. Concealer dissolved. Layer after layer washed away. And underneath, purple, yellow, black. A bruise circling her left eye. Another across her cheekbone. A third along her jaw. The unmistakable shape of knuckles. Mrs. Cohen dropped the water bottle. The room went dead silent. Audrey sat there, soaking wet, completely exposed. Every mark her father had left on her now visible to 30 people. Then she exploded. She shot up so fast her chair crashed backward. "Are you happy now?" Mrs. Cohen stumbled back. "You wanted to see what I was hiding? Here it is." Audrey was screaming, tears mixing with water still dripping down her face. "My dad does this every night, and I spent an hour this morning trying to cover it so I could feel normal for one day." Her voice cracked, but she didn't stop. "I told you I couldn't wash it off. I begged you, and you poured water on my face like I was nothing, like my pain was just an inconvenience to your lesson plan." She turned to the class, makeup smeared, bruises dark against wet skin. "You all wanted to know why I'm so quiet? Why I flinch when people move too fast?" She gestured at her face. "This is why. This is what I come to school to escape, and she just put it on display for everyone." She turned back to Mrs. Cohen. "School is supposed to be safe, and you just..." Her voice finally broke. The rage collapsed into sobs. I walked to her desk and stood between her and Mrs. Cohen. "Don't come near her again." Mrs. Cohen's mouth opened. "I didn't know. She told you she couldn't wash it off. She begged you to stop." I kept my voice steady even though my hands were shaking. "You don't get to say you didn't know. You just didn't care." Destiny was already at the door. "I'm getting the counselor." She ran. Audrey was still crying. The kind of crying that comes from years of hiding, years of pretending everything was fine. I turned to her. "You don't have to stay here. You don't owe anyone an explanation." She looked at me with red, swollen eyes. "Everyone saw. Now someone can help." The counselor appeared in the doorway. She took one look at Audrey's face, and something shifted in her expression. "Audrey, come with me, sweetheart." Audrey looked at Mrs. Cohen, frozen by her desk, water bottle still on the floor. "I hope you never forget what you did today." Audrey's voice was quiet now, exhausted. "I hope you see my face every time you look in a mirror, every time you think about grabbing a student, every time you decide you know better than someone who's begging you to stop." She walked to the counselor and took her hand. CPS came that afternoon. Audrey didn't go home that night or ever again. She lives with her aunt 2 counties over now, safe, healing. Mrs. Cohen was placed on administrative leave the next day. I heard she resigned before the investigation finished, like a coward.